Welcome to You. It's Relationships at Work, a leadership podcast helping you build workplace connection, improve culture, and avoid blind spots. I'm your host, Russel Lolacher, communications leadership expert, a couple of decades of experience in both those areas, and a whole heap of curiosity on how we can make the workplace a better place, just like you. You have that curiosity as well, or you wouldn't be listening to the show. We're all growing, we're all learning, and these mini episodes, which is what this is another way of helping with that, because we're all on a journey here. Leadership is a journey. It is not I guess it's a destination, but it's a destination that you just never feel completely settled into, or you shouldn't anyway. Like I mentioned, this is a mini episode. These are just quick, valuable bits of information to help you with your mindset for the weeks ahead. Usually about under 10 minutes. This week's episode, it's about investment. But we're not talking financial. We're talking a much more important type of investment. Investing in our team. Because it's not optional, it's the work. I know we mean well, but we can't keep pretending that putting time in a calendar, sending out a survey, or operating a vague development opportunity counts as meaningful investment in our teams. We're busy, but we want to do better for our teams. We make efforts, but they look more performative than performance. They don't land sometimes as well as they should, or at least we look like we did a thing and then there's no follow-up. What now? What does that mean? Where's the value? The thing is, if we want to call it support, our team has to feel it. And if we want to call it investment, it has to matter to them. So here's the question every leader should be asking. How can I invest in my team in a way that is meaningful for them? Does it benefit the organization? Absolutely. But that can't be it. These are not cogs in a wheel. These are human beings. So we have to really understand how it matters to them, because that's how you get the buy-in. Because if we're not asking this question, how can I invest in my team in a way that is meaningful for them? We're leading from assumption or leading through a checkbox. We've certainly talked about checkbox leadership on the show. Not with the awareness we need and not with compassion. And that's why teams will disengage, check out, and eventually they could walk away. We like to believe that intention is enough, that caring about our team in theory earns us credibility. In reality, it doesn't. Leadership isn't about how we feel. It's about how we make others feel. And if our idea of investment is generic, surface level, checkbox, sporadic, don't be surprised when our team stops showing up with energy or trust. We need to be sure. We need to know it counts personally for them. Here's what real investment looks like. It's built on curiosity. We ask more than we assume. It is consistent, not convenient. It's not when it fits our schedule, when there's no conflicts. It's part of our job. And real investment is tied to who they are. We understand their goals, their challenges, what they value, then align our support with that. To our team, because again, this is the most important piece, meaningful investment feels like being seen, which is more than just some task machine. It's about having a future that isn't just lip service. It feels like knowing that their voice matters, even when it's inconvenient. Imagine what that does to motivation. Think about that for a sec. Or retention, loyalty. When someone feels genuinely supported, they don't just perform, they belong. Now, here are some examples of what that real investment looks like. Personalized development plans, regular and purposeful one-on-ones, promoting and recognizing the team's work in meetings, actively finding opportunities and stretch assignments that help them grow, involving them in meaningful decisions, helping them define their own success. These are just some examples of what we could be doing to help them be more involved, feel like they're part of their own growth. When we invest in our people in ways that matter to them, we get ahead of problems instead of cleaning up after them. We build trust that will outlast hard conversations. And we'll also create a team that owns their work, not just executes it. And maybe, most importantly, we become a better leader because we're not leading from ego or doing it because we feel like we have to do it. We're leading from awareness and care. That's the leadership secret sauce right there. So the question for this mini episode is, how can we as leaders invest in our teams in ways that are meaningful to them? Well, first, we can have the conversation. Don't guess. Ask your team, what does support look like for you right now? Then listen, adjust, and repeat. Customize our leadership, ours. One size fits all is convenient for us, but not meaningful for them. You know how I hate the idea of having a leadership style, because no good leader has one leadership style. We have to adjust and adapt based on the circumstances and who we're leading. And this falls in this, because one team leader might want mentorship while another wants autonomy, or another wants visibility. We can't treat them all the same. And another action we can do that shows investment in our team that matters to them is being consistent. A one-off gesture, it doesn't build trust. Or, hey, we'll do that this time, and then never again for 3 years. We have to show up often and on purpose. That's where the impact lives. Right there. Your team doesn't need a perfect leader. Good, because that doesn't exist. We're all learning. They need one who pays attention, who acts with purpose and asks better questions, and backs them up with better actions. Because that's what meaningful investment looks like and feels like. And that's what leadership looks like. And that is another episode, a mini episode. Remember, they're tiny, they're wee, of Relationships at Work, which is the leadership podcast, helping you build workplace connection, improve culture, and avoid blind spots. I'm your host, Russel Lolacher. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Even for these small episodes, maybe you love those and love the guest episodes, because those come out every Monday. And we've got another one coming up just around the corner. Look forward to talking to you then. Take care.